What's up, folks? Steve here with NotClub33.com. In this week's episode of the Notcast, we're talking about the park reservation system at Disney World sticking around till 2023. And of course, Bobby's got thoughts.
So I don't understand what the big hubbub about this is, other than, it got a lot of clicks for a certain toilet paper of a website.
Not for my house.
You make that and more coming up on the Notcast in 30 seconds. My Monday commutes were becoming empty, lonely, such a drag. And that's when I found CODP. Play Cynics on Disney podcast.
All right, playing the latest episode of The Cynics on Disney,
CODP is not for children or for adults with chronic church lady syndrome.
Ask your podcast player if CODP is right for you, and get back to enjoying your Monday morning commute. Get out of the... You mother...
Damn! Welcome everybody to the Notcast. Today we've got a special topic for you. Disney announced that they are going to be rolling out the reservations for the parks through 2023. Does this mean anything for FastPass and what that means on your Disney vacation? That's coming up. But first, let's see who's here with me. I've got Bobby Bergson's in the house.
Holla back at you.
Pat Neestad is here. And so is Becky Wells.
What's up?
I am Steve Rhodes, of course. This is the Notcast presented by NotClub33.com. Guys, so this reservation system, we're going to have to make a reservation for a specific park up until at least or through 2023. So at least the next couple of years. I know, Becky, you and I kind of chatted about this. I guess we'll just kind of start. What were your thoughts on this whole thing?
I kind of just think, it matches up with the fact that now reservations are open for next year. So they're just trying to keep everything in line how it is now. The machine is churning slowly forward, and it works. And if they want to drop it, they'll drop it. But I think it's fair because people want to buy those packages and they want to buy tickets. And you don't want it to come down to, their trip is in 2022 in like September, and then they find out in March they didn't actually have the right reservation. Now dining is back, or whatever. Like, it could get crazy if it's not the same. It's easy to drop off, but it's not easy to add in. That's what I think.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Yeah, hold up. I'll let you get in, Bobby, but what does that mean, though, for people that are buying these vacation packages that set up a park reservation for Magic Kingdom on, January 2nd of, 2022 already? Like, does that just get canceled? I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I have no idea.
Bobby,
I don't know.
What was your take on it, Bobby?
All right, first of all, if I may coin a phrase, fake news, okay? It's fake news. Listen, we've already had to kind of reserve a park anyway to a degree because everybody and their brother has to book the FastPass reservations 60 days in advance, and you can't book them at multiple parks. So we already were kind of doing this to a degree in the first place. Second of all, this is just a computer planning program. I mean, like, that's all it is. If they're using this for the foreseeable future, and until the COVID-19 situation is, more or less over at this point, they're going to continue to have that kind of structure in place. So it makes sense that they would just say, until whenever this thing is over with, and they're projecting it out a couple of years. So I don't understand what the big hubbub about this is, other than, it got a lot of clicks for a certain, toilet paper of a website.
Not for my house.
You make a good point, Bobby, about the FastPass. That you're already pretty much telling them which park you're going to, So it's just another stage of planning that they put in people's laps, Now
you just have to tell them when you book the damn thing. I mean, it's stupid, and I hate it.
Well, you can tell your friends and all your friends and stuff what days you're going to Magic Kingdom, which you already were because you had your Fast Passes. I wonder if they're going to do away with Fast Pass.
Yeah, I think that's the caveat. Does this do away with the Fast Pass, and now you're just only booking the park reservation?
At some point, they'll have to increase the capacity, though, to allow for Fast Passes. to come back. I mean, at some point the capacity is going to go up to 50%, and we already see crowd levels like they are now, and it feels a lot more crowded now than it did 6 months ago. So at some point they're going to bring back fast passes because people are going to start to complain. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it in my mind anyway. So this whole thing just seems like a giant waste of big news, if you will.
You mean breaking news?
Yeah, breaking news. Breaking.
I think that they're going to change the fast pass system, though, for sure.
It's going to be paid. I think it's going to be a paid system.
I mean, I don't see how it isn't. You know, this is the perfect setup for them to do that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this as where they're now looking into the future, where they can tell their shareholders how many reservations they have already for next year and have an outlook. And then also they're going to use that for how many kids they're going to take in the college program and how many cast members they're going to need. I mean, I think a lot, the face characters and the, such and such, the actor cast members like at Rise of the Resistance, they're going to be very focused on that specific ride or land. But, the guy that's doing Buzz Lightyear, he could go work at Epcot doing Nemo and Friends too. There's no difference. He's just sitting there, standing in the line. So they're going to have, I think, cast members that are just going to be interchangeable in the parks. And they're using this as a forecasting system to.
So you think it's a data point?
Yeah, it's a hard data point instead of a guess. I mean,
well, and then they have a better idea of what their locals are doing too. Because I mean, if you're a local, usually you just show up to the park. Maybe you don't get a fast pass till you get there. Now they know who's going to be there.
Oh, and boy, and I disappointed in that. And this is something that I was in on that conversation as well. I get disappointed with the idea that there is no whimsy. I literally used to like hop on the first bus that showed up for a couple of days anyway, if it was a long trip, and just say, we're going to Epcot, we're going to Magic Kingdom, just because it was the first one that showed up. I didn't have to have this whole trip planned out to a T like everybody does now. And I get it. There's a specific reason why people are doing this beyond just being planning Nazis. It's literally so that we can have some sort of hard data point on numbers for the pandemic. But at the same time, it takes away from part of the fun of it for me, of me rolling out of bed, especially now as a local, and saying, you know what, I want to go to Epcot today. It really does kind of ruin that for me.
You can technically
you'll be able to go to Epcot any day. I don't think
you know what I mean, though. Yeah. I mean, you say that, but I might not.
Do it. But you still could. Like, and everything's changeable. It's not like it's set in stone and now your ticket's not good somewhere else.
I wonder if they're going to keep the park hopping the same way that they currently have it
at 2 o'clock.
I think it's that though, just because of Rise, like that. At a minimum, is the reason why they did it, so people aren't,
You think that's just going to be permanent?
Second one. Oh, I don't know, but obviously
if you're
that's why
talking
about that now.
That's a general
talking
rule
about
of thumb
planning your
anyway.
day, if you're talking about planning, if they're Disney's planning their day with how many employees they need, they're going to keep that park hopping limited till 2 o'clock.
I agree with that.
And because they can't say, okay, you can park hop as soon as you get to the next park, because then everybody jumps to one park, and now they don't have enough, people at Animal Kingdom or Epcot or wherever they need. So I think this is going to be later in the day. You'll be able to park hop. If you want a fast pass, it's going to cost you. We talked about this in a previous episode about the Max Pass over at Disneyland. Shout out to you, Becky. There's your Disneyland reference for the for the show. We just dropped
Disneyland
it now.
I almost
Disneyland
brought
open?
it up and I didn't, and then you did it for me.
But I think you're going to pay somewhere $20-25 a day per person if you want an option to use an unlimited Max Pass or Fast Pass, where the hell they're going to call it. And who knows when that's going to come back, but it's coming, but it ain't going to be free.
Here's my question: do you think that we'll ever be able to do 4 parks in a day again?
People do it now.
Yeah, people are doing it.
Can you really? And actually
you
ride
go
something
in.
of worth, not like ride Nemo and Friends and then bail on Epcot to go to the next one. I mean,
I think it's doable.
I mean, no, you would have to do something of that
gotta do it in
nature.
the right order.
everything closes at like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock now. It just seems like
the hours
change.
The hours will expand. That's gonna.
They added more from March, I think, today, and with spring
One
break,
week
they'll
in
get
March
longer.
so
They always
far.
do it. Yeah.
And that's like a spring break for Florida, I think, that they changed some of those hours. It's
Yeah,
not
it's,
like
it's to catch the locals. Yeah.
For sure.
it's not the normal. That's not going to be the norm going forward. Because my parents are going in April. I looked the week that they're going. All the parks are closed until 6 o'clock, or at 6 o'clock.
Like 6
no,
and
with the
7, I
exception
think
of
I was
Epcot.
seeing from May. So,
Yeah, Epcot 7.
yeah.
Yeah, because the week I'm going in March, it's the week after that Florida week where they added the extra hour. The week I'm going in March, it's still the same hours that they have in February right now. So
I'd be willing to bet they're going to add some more, though. They're already doing searches for more international cast members to come back and different things like that. So, hopefully.
I'll be happy when Epcot's open till 8.
Yeah,
Especially when I'm staying at the boardwalk.
right. For sure.
Stumble on out of there after my fish and chips and a beer, walking on out back to Abracadabra.
A single beer.
No, I will have
That's after
been
the
there
whole
all
day.
day.
It's way out.
Oh, okay, that's different.
I think I alluded this in a text message to you, Bobby, when I'm there in March. When I meet up with you later at Abracadabra, I may already not be in great shape. But we'll record a podcast
sheets.
if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. 4 sheets.
Cynics on Disney podcast. Search
Hell
it wherever
yeah, that's
you
going to be the
podcast.
best one.
Well,
And the most
does
cursing.
anybody-
Thank God we don't bleep.
No. Does anybody else have anything to drop on the whole park reservation fast pass situation at Disney World?
It is what it is.
I think we
I'll be
covered
excited every
everything.
time I can go. It'll be fine.
All right, well, that was nice and easy, so I guess we're going to get the hell out of here. This is the Notcast. Thank you all for tuning in. For Becky, Pat, Bobby, and myself, we love you, and we'll see you on the next one.
I don't love everyone.
Speak for yourself, Steve.
That's not
Right?
nice.
What?
All right.